Okay, so we're trying to integrate this, but we don't have a quotient rule. So the big thing is you need to have no fraction because you can't integrate the fraction. So you use algebra. If you take x to the 4 out of the top line as a highest common factor, you're left with x plus x squared. And the reason I took out x to the power of 4 is because I wanted it to cancel with the x to the 4 on the bottom. We are then trying to integrate x plus x squared with respect to x, which is straightforward enough. Increase the power by 1, so x squared over 2. Same here, x cubed over 3. And then because we've no limits over here in our integral, it's an indefinite integral, so plus c. So that's the first one. Second one then. So I think ultimately we'll be doing the same thing here, that you're going to take an x out to couple with this x, but we can't do it with brackets on the top line. So you're going to have to do like a first term second bracket to expand or multiply out those brackets on the top. So x squared by x cubed is x to the 5. X squared by minus x is minus x cubed. The x by the x cubed is plus x to the 4, and then minus x squared. So that's the top line. So we now have x to the 5 minus x cubed plus x to the power of 4 minus x squared all over x. Now I could take out x squared here. Technically x squared is the highest common factor, but because the bottom line is x, I'm only going to take out x because that's what I need. So if you take x out of x to the 5, you get x to the 4. Your x cubed will become x squared. Your x to the 4 will become x cubed, and your x squared will just become x. And that is all over x, which will now cancel. Then we're going to integrate this. So we integrate x to the 4 minus x squared plus x cubed minus x. And that will be x to the 5 over 5 minus x cubed over 3 plus x to the 4 over 4 minus x squared over 2, and then plus c. So that's your second one. Third one. So no quotient here. This is just a product. So you're going to have to just multiply it out. So this bit needs to be squared, and then you multiply it by the t cubed. So squaring the first is 25t squared. Multiply them, and then multiply it by 2 is 5t by 3 is 15, and double that is 30t, and then square the second is 9. And then you're going to multiply all of that by t cubed. So that means we'll have 25t to the 5 plus 30t to the 4 plus 9t cubed that we're going to integrate with respect to t. So 25t to the power 6 over 6 plus 30t to the power 5 over 5 plus 9t to the power 4 over 4 plus c. And I think that this one will simplify. So 25t to the 6 over 6 plus 6t to the 5 plus 9t to the 4 over 4 plus c for the third one. And then the last one, so again a quotient, but that top line can't be expanded or anything like that. There is no highest common factor. But what it is quadratic, because there's a squared. So it's going to be one of your 3 quadratics, which is either your trinomial, your highest common factor, or the third one, which is what this is, the difference of 2 squares. So I can rewrite 1 as 1 squared, and then the difference of 2 squares says first minus second, first plus second. So x minus 1, x plus 1 is what the top line becomes. So we have x minus 1, x plus 1, all over the bottom line, which is x plus 1. So that will cancel out. So you're just integrating x minus 1 with respect to x. So that's x squared over 2 minus 1x plus c. And that's the answer to the third one.